Hello guys, in today's video I'm going to explain you about the frictional force. Alright, so a force that opposes the motion is called the frictional force, that is generated when there is a contact between two or more surfaces and they rub against each other. This causes the motion to be slowed down and hence causes hindrance in the motion. This hindrance or this force that causes a hindrance in the motion is called the frictional force. If there is something moving, for example, right now, let me slide over here. If I slide like this, see, my shoes are rubbing. So I'm trying to move this side and my shoes and this ground are in contact and they're rubbing against each other and causing a hindrance to move. This hindrance means
that there is friction.
Now coming to the point, that is, how many types of frictional forces are there? So actually there are two types of frictional forces. One is external friction and one is internal friction. So what is an external and internal friction? Let's understand with the help of an example. That is, as I say to you, like suppose there is a bike over here that you can see. All right, right now it's not moving and the tires are in contact with the ground. All right, so when the bike starts moving, then the tire will rub against the ground and it causes friction. Means external friction is present between two different bodies. Means you have to keep in mind where we can apply the concept of external friction. The bodies should be different. For example, as I have over here, right, my shoes. All right, so I am a different type of body and this ground is a different type of body. So if I rub like this, so means here we can talk about external friction because I'm made up of different body and this ground is made up of different thing. So we can talk about external friction over here. Right now you can see there is a vehicle that is going to pass from here. You can see. So in that vehicle we can talk about the external friction over there. So see, it's passing right now. That is, it's having the external friction. Why is external friction? Because the tractor is made up of different material and the ground is made up of different material. So that's what external friction logic applies. But if I talk about the internal friction, it is like especially in the different layers of the liquid. I'm showing you a picture over here or a video so you can understand how different layers of liquid exerts internal friction. This is also called viscous force and you might have heard about the term viscosity. So how do you understand the meaning of viscosity? So let us take an example. Suppose I have two glasses over here. One glass is filled with water and one glass is filled with honey. If I try to empty both the glasses, then you can easily guess that the water will fall faster and the honey will fall slower. Water will fall immediately, but the honey will go on slowly. So this thing, what keeps this honey flowing till the end? That's the viscosity. Means the viscous force means the internal friction. Means the internal friction between the layers of the liquid. All right, so in internal friction the objects are not different, it happens internally and the object is same. All right, and you have to remember this example, like internal friction is between the layers of liquid, also called the viscous force. Am I clear? External friction is also of three types. One is static friction, another one is limiting friction, and another one is kinetic friction. These three are very interesting terms. So when does the logic of static friction applies? So static friction means when something is at rest. Static friction means when something is at rest. Let's take an example over here. So static friction, this bike is at rest right now. If I try to apply the force, all right, so this bike is experiencing the static friction right now because it's not moving. And if an object is moving, let's take an object over here. So there are two vehicles coming from this way and this way. These vehicles are experiencing the kinetic friction as they are in motion. So when something is in motion, they experience the kinetic friction. And what is limiting friction? Means the maximum frictional force that can sustain. All right, so let's understand the limiting friction with this. Suppose if I apply a force greater than 100 newtons, then this bike will start moving. So the limiting friction for this bike is 100 newtons. So limiting friction means the maximum force required to bring an object into motion. So that's what limiting friction stands for. So let's understand all these three things in more detail.